This is to show the setup procedure for the Guntner fluid cooler. So I've just changed out a fan, and this fan's a different type of fan. And because it's not the same type of fan, it's not accepting the fan. So normally there would be 14 fans, but right now you can see them wired here. There's 2 spaces still because you can have up to 16. So the fan ID is 2824. You can also find that on the sticker on the side of the fluid cooler and in the paperwork as well. As you can see, it says pass. Maximum speed is 20. Type, it is a cooler. Operation mode. So for now, I'm going to set it up to say auto internal, even though I'm going to change that later. And the reason that I just set it up that way is because I just heard the plant kick on and I need to get it running sooner than later. Afterwards, I'll go through. So you see right now it's going off the set point of 30 Celsius. Well, I'm going to change that after. You can see the fans are already starting to ramp up. So with this 30, that means it's going off of glycol temperature. These messages here, that's because we've got 3 fans that are not working due to water in them. I'm going to maybe let this run for a bit to let it catch up with the plant, and then I will go through and I'll change this so that instead of it reading off or running off the glycol temperature, it's going to run off the plant's internal settings, which is a 4 to 16 milliamp signal. Okay, now I'm going to go through. I'm going to change the operating mode. Let's see if I remember how to do this. So set point, this is if you want to change your set point that the fluid cooler is going to maintain. So you're going to hear the fans ramp up after I change that, and that's because now it's just a show. So now, like with the set point at 26, it's going to run the fans faster in order to cool the glycol off faster. Now I'll see if I can get this to switch to okay, so I'm going to go into the service mode password. So the password for service mode is 3 7 9 I'll write the fan ID and RPMs over here, I think, after the video. Okay, so operating mode. Let's try this. So you can see that just shut off the fans, and that's because it's looking for a voltage right now. So what I need to do is I need to go back into service and I/O configuration, input, analog. Okay, so A1, this white cable right here, is currently giving a 6 milliamp signal. A2, nothing. A3, so this A3 that it's reading there, that's giving 27, and A4, 0. So A3 is connected just down to this, I believe, and that's controlling the putting the water on. So we want this A1 signal to be what we're going to use, and let's see if I can remember where to change that. So A1 control value slave. So that should okay, so now you see that's changed so that the set point is 9.9 milliamps. That's basically it getting this reading on AI1, which is coming from the refrigeration plant computer. And so now, if you look at the fan speed is now being regulated directly from this milliamp signal coming from the refrigeration plant. I think that's all that's necessary at this point for setup. While I'm in here, I may as well just show some other things to view. So control value, that's the percent air volume of the maximum, how many watts. So fans, you can go in, so here you can see the fans, it'll tell you how many RPMs. 3 is failed right now, has water in it. 4, 5, 6 also failed, it's brand new, it's going to be warranted. 7, 8, 9, 10 is brand new and working. 11 is failed, and 12 is working. And 13 and 14 are not showing up here because of 13 being different, and 14 is not communicating properly, but it is running. So it's running flat out without this being able to control anything. So if you look at, say, like the alerts menu, you can see this, saying 11 not okay, 6 not okay, 3 not okay. And then let's go back to operating mode, so you can see it's in slave external cooling mode, enable 12 fans connected. And so now here, this is the number for each of these fans, and you can see they're all identical. And the issue with number 13 is it's got a different number, so it's refusing to be found in the system. So when you go through that setup, if I had said 14 fans instead of 12 fans, it would have, through these communication lines, tried to basically talk to each one of the fans, but it's expecting all the fans to have the exact same number according to the manual. And because it had a different number, it said that it wasn't found, and it also said that number 14 wasn't found because it's, I think its circuit board is shot. So one other thing I'll show here is in actual values. Yeah, so you can see control. So this is our signal from the plant, and oh, we already did this one. Operating hours is what I wanted to show. So operating hours. So now here you can see how many hours are on each fan. Obviously the failed fans are not showing up. So you can see fan 4 is got about 10,000 hours less than fan 5, and that's because fan 4 was replaced already. Fan 6 is currently offline. It's got water. And then you can see fan 10, it's only got 112 hours on it because I just changed that fan last week. Fan 11's showing 0 because it's not working, it's got water in it. And fan 12 is original. Interesting though that it's got only 1,400 hours, whereas you look at compared to fan 1, it's got 17,000 hours. It's quite a difference, 5,000 or 3,000 hours difference. Okay, so I think that's a pretty good run through of some of the settings on this. You can see here, this is showing the humidification. In this, you can change at what point the water is going to turn on. So you can see right now, fan numbers 11, 6, and 3 all have their breaker switched off. This here controls the breaker for this and the water valve. This is 24 volt supply to supply things like this contactor. This contactor is what turns on and off this bank of 4 fans in the winter based on what the computer's telling it to do, the low ambient mode. Over here we got some spare fuses that are for the circuit board fuse, which you can see up in there. What else? You can hear this little heater running. This heater is intended to keep this space dry and at the right temperature in the winter time. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good overview. One other thing I'll just add to this video, since it's quite useful to know, is just gotta take off my bungee cord. These stickers have got that fan ID number and RPMs that I was talking about. Should replace those before they get more beaten by the sun. But I just wanted to show, so when you have this panel closed, sorry, this is hard to film while I do it. Right, so say you come up here to check, you've got an issue with the fans, and you don't want, normally the way this works is you have to switch the power off, turn this in order to be able to open this door up. It's a safety mechanism. However, the downside of that is if you do that, then you are turning it off and you can't see the currently active error message. So what you can do instead is just beside the word off, you can see this little spot right here. If you take this, push it in there, then it'll allow you to open the door without switching this off. You need to be aware, if you're doing that, that means that this switch remains on and all of this is live and active, and it's a high risk thing to do, but it's actually safer than opening it up, because say you open this up, you go to look at the error messages, this screen is going to be completely blank because it won't have any power, which means that you would then need to take a crescent wrench and turn this in order to switch the power on. But if you turn that while you're standing in front of it, you're exposing yourself to potential arc flash. It's actually better to step into it with the power already live than to turn it on live while you're in front of it. You know, for more on that, learn something about arc flash risk in a course or something. But anyways, just wanted to show that it's possible to open this door without killing the power in order for you to be able to, you know, read error message on the screen and without having to restart. So anyways, I think that's plenty for one video.